Hello, hello. Okay. Law of vibration. Now, let's say I show you this. Now, this is known as the Vesica Pisces. This was also when we were in school, when you did language arts, you did compare and contrast bubbles and you put the similarities in the middle. This is also your MasterCard logo. It's your Gucci logo. All they do is remove these outer sides here and turn it inward, and that's your Gucci. It's in science, and it's shown to you when the cells are splitting. So, oh, also, right, if we got rid of the outer circles here, and then we turned it sideways, this part is what people had on the back of their bumper stickers, and it had Jesus in the middle. So, I just showed you a symbol. Picture, they say. A picture's worth 1,000 words. I just showed you a symbol. That symbol is used in science. It's used to represent money. It's used religiously. It's used when you're showing like an eclipse first starting. So it's used in so many different types of information. Why is that? Why is that? Because it's a law. That's why. Because it's a law. Okay? Now, the law of vibration states everything in the universe is in constant motion and is oscillating at even different rates and speeds, which would equal frequency. The pitch is the sound that the frequency is giving off. Vibration is the action that occurs when two polarities meet. It says everything in the universe is vibrating. It's already vibrating. So then when you combine two things that are vibrating, you get a new vibration from their connection. Okay? All right? So this would apply to people. This would apply like to ideas, lessons. This is a law. It applies to everyone and everything. Everything in the universe is constantly moving. Okay? Now, because it's a law, it's so fucking funny. Okay, so because it's a law, what that means is, I remember I said the vibration is the action that occurs when two polarities meet. Okay? Two polarities meet. Now, we've come up with a language term for what happens when two polarities are too far apart in resonance and they do not mesh well. We be saying oil and water because we actually know this law. It's just that sometimes we believe that our emotions can change the law, and it cannot. It can, however, spell you into illusion that the law does not apply to you because it's a law. Now, this is what occurs in the space where the law actually vibrates. Because I said, like, frequency is the, right? The pitch is the sound of the frequency. So, pitch, right? When you hear a sound, that's a vibration. And when I'm talking to you right now, it's vibrating. So you get the sound. What some people's gift includes is that they're getting the sound, but it's not a human talking. But their polarity has connected with another polarity, and this is how they are receiving the information that they're getting, and we're calling it a download. Okay, so also this space has so much information in it. It looks so little. But what they were saying was trying to represent something real big, and every way they said it. This information right here, this space right here, everything is talking, but this motherfucker be talking. Okay? So when I first, you know what I'm saying, had my first awakening and I tapped into my senses, I didn't know how to express it properly. So I used to say, why is everything vibrating so fucking hard? Because everything was talking and I wasn't used to it talking. Because I was not alive enough to to have the awareness in myself of this law. I mean, I was under it, right? Because right, it's just how it works. Obviously, I'm showing you, right? That's how you got here. You get splitting cells. Okay, it's a law. Now, within this space also, because I said this space be talking, right? This space is also a mirror. It's a mirror. So say you and I connect. If the connection, I won't even say if the connection's done properly because it's a law. I don't have to if nothing. See how I tried to play on myself just then? It's a law. And the moment you keep putting that in front of your mind, things are going to get so much simpler. Okay? So, it's a law. Now, right? This space is a mirror. Oftentimes, it is a lesson. It's information. If you connect with someone and right, it's going to create situations, mirrors, all types of stuff so that you can see actually your location, right? Because if there's a map where you call me for directions and you say, hey, how do I get to such and such? I would have to ask you, well, bitch, where are you coming from? I got to know your starting point to know, you know what I'm saying, how the fuck to get there. And then you got to decide, do you want to take that motherfucking trip? You know what I'm saying? So, right, it's the same thing. This space oftentimes is the space that is used by the universe to teach you. The mirror is not necessarily for the other person. The mirror is so that you can see yourself, bitch. That's what you do in the mirror. Right? You want to see yourself. Now, so for instance, right, and let me explain to you how this space begins to vibrate and talk to you. So, right, and a lot of us have had to go through this lesson. So don't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no biggie. Like when you realize later on what spirit is doing for you, you might actually come to the space of appreciation for that shit, right? But here's the thing. I remember I got to keep defining these concepts really well for people because it's so much craziness. Anyways, right? So it's a mirror. So say I connect with someone and remember it's the frequency that or the vibration that occurs when two polarities meet. So right, like I was on my high vibe, everything was cool. We connect, and after some time, I start to begin to feel myself or my frequency or my vibration drop. That's the truth. That's the truth. That's the law of what our two polarities are doing together. To me, now for you, is how energy vampires, you know what I'm saying, be getting they feel. For you now, if you feel like things are up, but you gotta be carrying on crazy with me for it, that's a little off. That's a little off. So I can either pay attention to the law and the frequency and what that's telling me, which is actually a lesson to me, right? About my vibration. Obviously, you are already carrying the vibration of somewhere of like lack of not like of something. Is something missing? And that's why we say it's subconscious, bitch, because it's underneath. You cannot readily see it. It's not consciously there waving you in your fucking face. It's in these little tiny patterns and things that you live your everyday life in. But it's kind of hard to sometimes connect the dots and see them. And that's why your self-image, you know what I'm saying? That's why you're acting out of that. And that's what it's here to show you. So oftentimes, right, again, like I said, it's a law. A spirit is going to use the law to teach you. So once you receive the lesson and you like, right, the truth of it, that this person is finna treat you like shit, bitch. Hey, like what else we want? What else do we want? What else do we want? How far does it have to go? Like how much shit do you gotta eat? How much shit do you like to eat? That's what it's asking you. Now say you were to listen and you hear that that's what the fucking law is vibrating to you, right? And you truly receive the lesson, then generally this will dissolve, right? And you guys will go back to your individuation, right? You're gonna go back to your individuation. So this would dissolve, meaning that the reason for your connection has reached its point because the lesson was learned. Is that not beautiful? Like, is that not fire as fire? It's a law, bitch. And that's why you're seeing it everywhere. So from now on, every time you see those logos and these things all over the place, I would like you to remember that you are a part of the law. Okay? And so, yeah, if you would like me to do other universal laws in this way, let me know. Love you.